So these are my tips about what is needed from an assistant manager. Welcome to the Amateur Football YouTube channel. With me, do.Grassroots, the presenter. If you're looking for grassroots content, non-league content, reviews, analysis, opinions, this is the channel. So please go and subscribe. And also click that notification bell. I've had the pleasure of actually managing a team from the grassroots up in the grassroots league. And I can honestly say, the moment I appointed an assistant manager, that made the whole team just react so differently. So anyone that's out there that's a manager or a player manager, definitely look for someone who you trust who could possibly take that role. Tip number one, you have to be committed. I'm not saying that you've got to be at the club for 5-6 years, and things change, throughout the season, personal circumstances may change, but you need someone there who at least is going to be there 80-90% of the time, especially at management level. Players have to get to the changing room or any communications and they know this person is the assistant manager. This person is part of management. And if they're fleeting in and out, it just doesn't bode well. You just need someone there that said, you know what, I'm going to be here for this season. Fair enough, family and work and other commitments may push me away like a few weeks, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be here to support you. Not only supporting the manager, but also supporting the players. So you need someone who's going to be committed. Tip number 2, you need someone who knows their role. And what I mean by that, so you don't want to bring an assistant in if they think they should be a manager. You don't want to bring anyone in that's going to say to players and to yourself, I've had this club that wants me to be manager and I turned it down. Players and managers don't want to be hearing that from their assistant. The assistant has to know their role. The assistant has to know when to take instructions. Remember, the manager has the last decision. Yeah?
Where's my shoes?
Your shoes?
Where is it?
It's inside somewhere. Are you gonna say hello? Oh, and say hello? Hey. Go on.
Where's my shoes?
Ask. It was kind of, literally you that took them off. Again, as I said before, I've had the pleasure of actually having an assistant. Every single club that I've played for, bar maybe a couple, have an assistant, and it's so important to have that structure in place. Your assistant manager needs good management skills. What do I mean by that? So your assistant manager needs to know how to, first of all, communicate with the manager. They should need that synergy, they need that connection. Both of them have to be on that boat without it rocking.
I got tired.
Okay, well, ask Auntie Essay. Say, Auntie Essay, I need to go toilet. Essay. Also, the assistant manager has to be a good communicator to the players. The players will probably communicate more to the assistant manager than the manager. So the assistant manager has to know how to communicate to each and every player. Not every player is going to react the same with the same delivery. Your assistant manager really has to know how to bring out the confidence, bring out the positive vibes in players. If you're on the bench, if you're starting, it's just the most important thing. I can only speak on my experiences, but I was someone as a manager that was very straight-laced, very black and white. I wasn't the bad cop, but I was like the bad cop. Your assistant manager in most situations has to be the good cop and has to speak to the players and tell them that they're okay and tell them certain things that they need to hear. Not saying that you're telling them lies, but you have to bend certain things that the manager's saying to the players sometimes to get the best out of them. A good assistant manager needs to know the game. There's going to be times when the manager's not around. I was manager for how many years? For a few years, and there was a couple of times where I wasn't around. The assistant manager needs to know formations, they need to know the players in the strongest positions, they need to command that dressing room at halftime. When the manager's not around, they will become the manager. So it's not going to be an easy ride. Literally my kind of own experience. There was a time, I think we went about 14, 15 games unbeaten, and then I had to do something, and then for whatever reason, you know, we lost that game. I know that there was probably some players in there that was probably taking a piss. A couple of examples when I've been playing, when the manager's gone away, the assistant managers come into the team and changes a winning formula, changes certain things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So your assistant manager needs to know the game, needs to know the strategies, needs to know the strengths of the players. A little bit contradictory in terms of what I was saying in terms of knowing your role, but you don't want an assistant manager to be a yes person, yes to this and yes to that. Because again, that's just not good for the manager, it's not good for the team. You want your assistant manager to be challenging you, or challenging you as a manager, challenging you as players. You know, asking why have you decided to do this? Do some research about the opposition. Do some research about their players. Do some even research. You want people around you as a manager. Anyway, I'm talking as a kind of manager now. You want someone around you that's going to elevate you, to actually bring you up. Yeah, as I said before, to challenge you. My assistant manager challenged me every single time. Every single time, and literally that just pushed up the levels. I'm not saying that I, you know, agreed with him with every thought, because ultimately it's my decision. It's a collective effort. It is a collective effort. And without the assistant manager, you know what? The team, the club, the players, the manager will be weaker. Your assistant manager needs to be committed. And when I say committed, I'm not saying that they've got to be around 2, 3, 4 years. I'm talking about at least being committed to that season. Things happen, of course, you know, it's grassroots football. We're not getting paid for this. So there's gonna be times where you can't do certain things. Cool, but at least 80, 90% of the time you are gonna be there. Know your role. As an assistant manager, you have to know your role as an assistant. You can't be going around and talking to the manager and talking to the players. This club wants me to manage. If that club wants you to manage, then go. Players don't really want to be hearing that. Managers don't want to be hearing that. If you're committed to the cause, then stay. You have to take instructions. You are an assistant. You are not the manager. You have to learn to take instructions. Not saying that you're going to agree with everything that the manager says, but you have to take his or her instructions and also do them to the best of your ability. Of course, you can have that conversation and the communication regarding why certain things are happening, but the long and short of it is that the manager has the last call. It's his or her call. You have to learn to take the instructions. So those are my tips. I've probably got like a lot more that I could probably reel off, but I want to keep this video as short as possible. And again, because this is grassroots, anyone that wants to come and help, honestly, it's just such a godsend. When I started, it was just me and, yeah, you know, it was just me and 5 or 6 players. You know, I can definitely say, you know, without my assistant manager, we wouldn't have been as successful as we were 100%. I can definitely tell you that. I can actually give you an example. So there was a game, it was an away game, and we lost, 5 or 6-1. It just wasn't our day. It just wasn't our day. And this is what my assistant manager did. So after the game, as you know, everyone's getting showered and dressed, a pizza moped came. My assistant manager had bought 6 pizzas. He bought about 6 or 7 pizzas. And after the game, we all sat down and we all just ate pizza and just chilled out and, you know, and just relaxed. And again, you know, that literally took the sting out of the defeat, but also that little thing there brought everyone together. And, you know, there were certain players that didn't even eat, but they just stayed around just to have a chat. And, you know, that is what you need from an assistant, to bring people together, because I can say on first hand, there was a few things that I missed, but my assistant manager saw, alerted me to, or he just took his own initiative to actually get certain things done. And that's what made our team so successful. So you need people around you. And again, it is a godsend to have anyone at Grassroots Football around you. And if you find people who are good people, genuine people around your football club, take them in. They may not be right for an assistant role or even a manager's role, but have them around your club, because those people are so important to the positive vibes and the ethos of the club that you're looking to build. As a manager, as a chairman, even like as players, those people around you are so important. So hopefully that's kind of giving you a bit of insight in terms of my own experiences, my own tips. I will be doing a video about what I believe a successful manager needs to be successful, because I would count myself as quite a successful manager. So watch out for the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. It helps me, it helps you. Please click that notification button. This is the Amateur Football YouTube channel with me, do.Grassroots. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, and I know I will see you guys soon.